This is part 2 of Thursday's Choose Your Own Adventure lesson for Chapter 4. If you haven't made it through these problems, again, always try them first. Here we're going to use the equal value method. So I know that y equals 5x plus 4, but I also know that y equals 2x plus 3. So we can set these equal to each other. And since I can set these equal to each other, this side negative 2x minus 3. And the left side, I'm going to use the top equation, 5x plus 4 equals negative 2x minus 3. So now you just need to do the operations to get the variables to one side and the constants to the other. I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides, and these eliminate, right? And so I have 5x equals negative 2x minus 7. Now I need to get the negative 2x to the other side, so the operation would be adding 2x to get those to eliminate on the right side. If I add 2x to both sides, I get 5x plus 2x is 7x. What's left on the right side? Negative 7. Divide both sides by 7, right? 7 times x, so I undo it with division. X equals negative 7 divided by 7 is negative 1. Well, that's 1/2 of my solution for a system. I need to now back substitute by plugging it into one of these equations. And so, if I plug negative 1 in for 5x plus 4, what happens? Y equals 5 times negative 1 plus 4. Run out of room here. 5 times negative 1 is negative 5. Negative 5 plus 4, what is that? Negative 5, 4 towards 0. I'm at negative 1. So my solution here is the ordered pair negative 1, negative 1. And if you could see this on the graph, right, those are the two spots. That's the one spot where these two lines intersect. The solution is the ordered pair 1, 1. And here it is worked out for you again. Again, here are two more just like this. Try them out. Check the solution. If you have questions, come to office hours today. Miss Miller's room, it's at 12:30. Mr. Winter's room at 11:30. And we'll see you then. Okay? All right. So you can work through those two equations, practice them, check your answers. All right. We're going to solve this one using the traditional substitution method. You can see the top equation's already solved for y. So we're going to take this y equals 3x and we're going to plug it in right there for y. So I have 5x minus 2, but instead of y, we're going to substitute in 3x plus 7. And that is equal to negative 10. I need to distribute this negative 2 all the way through. So we get 5x. Negative 2 times 3x is negative 6x. Negative 2 times 7 is negative 14. Anything I can combine here? Oh yeah. 5x minus 6x is negative 1x. Minus 14 equals negative 10. I'm going to add that 14 to both sides. And I get negative 1x equals 4. Well, if negative 1x equals 4, what is positive x equal? Let's just divide both sides by negative 1. And we end up with x equals negative 4. I'm done, right? No. We always have to back substitute to find the other half of our coordinate. And so we have this already solved for y, so y equals 3. But instead of x, we're going to substitute negative 4. Looks like a 9. Let's get rid of that. I don't want you confused. 4. Alright, plus 7. 3 times negative 4 is negative 12. Plus 7 is negative 5. So our y value is negative 5. So type that ordered pair in there, negative 4, comma, negative 5. Submit and explain. And take a look here if you have want to walk through it one more time. This next equation, when you look at it, you're like, oh, Is there anything to substitute? This one requires one more step. So we look at this top equation. It looks like we could solve for y pretty easy. So I'm going to have you do that, and then I'm going to let you try this one out on your own. All right. So if I add 4x to both sides, we get y equals negative 22 plus 4x. All right. Remember, then we're going to take this part of that first equation and we're going to plug it in right there for y. You got this. And when you're done, go ahead and check your answer to see if you got the right thing. All right, we're going to keep moving. The next section is about word problems, and so I want you to dig into these word problems, keep practicing them. The solutions here we'll walk through, but I want you to just read through this question first. Tell me how many total red and how many total blue. Okay, so I'm trying to grab this slide here. Again, one of the ways of solving these, if you can't just see it, is to start to try to guess a little bit here. And when I say guess, I want you to organize your guessing. Right, we have the question that we need to answer right here. It says, how many of each color are in the bowl? How many of each color of what? How many of each color of M&Ms are in the bowl? Right, so we have our blue M&Ms, and we have our red M&Ms. And it gives us a little guidance here. It says the bowl contained this many M&Ms. So together these two have to equal 13. So we could just kind of guess and see. If I have red, oh, and then they give us some more guidance. It says there's one more red M&M than blue M&Ms. So one more red than blue. So let's take a guess. Say there's two red M&Ms and one blue. Right, that's one more. But does that equal 13? No. So we need our red M&Ms and our blue M&Ms to equal 13. So we could just kind of guess and check our way through this if we wanted. You know, if this was 5, how many would that mean for blue? Well, that would mean 4. But 5 plus 4 is not 13, so that guess doesn't work. And you can keep trying to guess through these. Or, if you think about these variables, and this is what we want you to get to, is I know the number of red M&Ms plus the number of blue M&Ms needs to equal 13. And that's not enough to solve this. You also have to have two equations to set up a system. And so it says there's one more red than blue. One more red than blue. So how can we make an equation with that? There's one more red than blue. So this is kind of like to think backwards on this. Either you could write it out that says, well, the number of red is going to equal blue plus 1, or you could say blue is going to equal the number of red minus 1. And think through, does that work in our guesses, right? 5, does that equal 4 plus 1? Yeah. Or 4, does that equal 5 minus 1? Yeah. So you could use either this equation or this equation to solve for this system of equations. My thought, though, is if you just kept guessing and you tried 6 and 5, you see that's 11. But if you tried 7 and 6, hopefully you found that one is 13. Okay. Sometimes guess and check might be the quickest way to get to a solution. And there it is worked out for you one more time. All right. I want you to practice these two word problems. The talent show and the coin problems. Work through them both, come back here and check. So how'd you do? You took a guess on these, figured it out? I hope so. Again, guess, check, generalize is how I like to think through these ideas. In this case, you'd want to answer the question, how many of each type of ticket was sold? And so if you start to guess, what I'm hoping that you do is you start to develop this way of seeing the process. That's what that's all about. And so if I guessed how many tickets of each type were sold, let's guess that there's 100 student tickets. Well, how many adult tickets would that mean? Well, you got to use the question to say, I need to get to 530. So
100 plus something has to equal 530. And that would be 430. Okay? So if I wanted to test that guess, right, I would take student tickets are $3 each, so that'd be $3 times 100 tickets. Adult tickets are $4 each, 4 times 430 tickets. And what do I need that to equal? Well, I need that to equal this amount of money, $1,740. Test that and see if it works. That would be 300 plus 4 times 430 would be 1720. Okay, so that'd be $2,120. All right, that does not equal 1740. Keep guessing, keep trying, keep guessing, keep trying, and eventually you're going to see this. At least this is my goal. You're going to see that the number of student tickets plus the number of adult tickets is going to equal 530. So we can write that first one. Students plus adults equals 530 tickets. But then take that same variable and plug it in here, in A, here, and you can rewrite this as 3 times A plus 3 times S, 3 times the student tickets, plus 4 times the adult tickets equals 1740. So 3S plus 4A equals 1740. So this is your money equation, and this is your amount equation. All right? Then go ahead and solve these using substitution. I would say subtract S from both sides, and you could have A equals 530 minus S. And now it's that next skill of solving with substitution. So if you look at the next slide right here, we walk through that process. All right. We'll finish up here with this last one with nickels and dimes. Same thing, we're going to guess, check, generalize. We're going to make this answer work for us. All right. And, we have 24 coins. I know there's dimes and quarters. How do I get to 24? Well, I'm going to guess some number of dimes, and I'm going to guess some number of quarters. Right? And after you guess those, you want to add them up and make them equal to 24. So I know dimes plus quarters has to be 24. That's how that process works its way out. Well, then how do we test our guess? Well, I know a quarter is worth 25 cents, and I know a dime is worth 10 cents. So if I multiply the number of quarters times 25 and the number of dimes times 10, I need to equal $3.60. And so I have my two equations. I know we kind of magically work through both of those. If you want help on this specific question, again, come to office hours on Friday and let's work our way through. The rest of the solutions provided for you on slide 44. Why don't you let us know how to help, and we will see you in the very near future.